Well, hello all. So, today here in San Francisco we have partly foggy, partly sunny skies with a temperature about 59 degrees and warming. No precipitation in the forecast yet. Something coming in next week, maybe Saturday, Sunday, there might be some clouds. At the Global Biodiversity Summit, which voted overwhelmingly in favor of placing a moratorium on deep-sea mineral mining. That is so important to do. This puts urgent pressure on the International Seabed Authority to strictly regulate the practice. 81 governments voted for the moratorium. 18 opposed it. Several countries weren't even there. What's the downside of mineral mining on the deep sea bed floor? Loss of entire species that live down there. They live only on the minerals that they're picking up, putting marine life at risk of extinction, because it's sort of the beginning partial of the food web. You just don't mess with the food web, the beginning of it or anything. At least smart people don't mess with it. It tells you how many smart people we have on this planet. Another thing that will happen will be toxic spills and leaks, because you have to have equipment down there that uses oil and gasoline and all that kind of thing, and eventually they will break and pollute this whole area. So the Pink Barrio is definitely against any possibility of there being deep sea mineral mining. Well, let's go over to the U.S. and see how the manatees are doing. Manatee update. 37 manatees have been rescued this year from Florida waters. During 2021, 937 manatees have died in Florida. This loss represents 10% of all manatees in Florida. Manatees also face threats from toxic algae blooms, red tides, habitat loss, and boating strikes, along with people just harassing them when they float by in a herd. They're basically elephants, guys. You don't want to harass them when they're around you. But the big one is, of course, loss of habitat. The seagrass is dying out because of the climate change, the pollution, and the algae blooms are all causing hell with the seagrass. And manatees just go along with their little muzzle there, and they just mow down the grass as they float along. But if there's no grass to eat, what are they supposed to eat? Apparently they eat mangrove leaves if the tide is high enough to get to them. There's a lot of reasons we don't want to mess around with manatees. They're dying off fast, and we don't need to be harassing them. We don't need to be spraying paint on them with writing on them. That's a big thing right now is graffitiing manatees. They just because they just sit there, their backs are out of the water, and they go up and they spray paint the thing because it won't move or anything. How cruel is that? What is becoming of humans? They don't have to do anything for humans to be worth something. They're worth something because they're part of the food chain of the world's environment and biodiversity. It's necessary to have manatees. They're not here for people to spray paint and to cut up with their boat motors. I mean, it's just that simple. And we have to remember, who was here first, the manatee or the human? So anyway, I certainly do appreciate all the nice comments on the last videos, the ups, the downs, and the subscribers. I appreciate everyone and your participation in the channel. And until next time.